It's been years since the Philippine skies hosted hot air balloons, aerobatic planes, and all kinds of flying machines from all corners of the world. Well, it's about time to bring everyone back. After a long hiatus, the Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta, the country's longest-running sport aviation event, comes back to deliver another spectacle. 19 hot air balloons, 2 jet-powered paramotors, 1 aerobatic stunt plane, and even 1 wedding. All in a sports stadium? This is definitely an air show experience you've never seen before. Four years since the pandemic hit, and after restrictions have been lifted, it was time to consider bringing back the weekend of everything that flies. But where? With the Clark International Airport getting busier, the Bases Conversion and Development Authority proposed that the event be held in New Clark City in Capas, Tarlac. In this sprawling area is the New Clark City Sports Hub, which has an athletic stadium and aquatic center which were used during the Southeast Asian Games. It is a state-of-the-art venue and had complete facilities. But will it be possible to hold an air show here? Together with the PIHAB Organizing Committee, we visited the site several times to draw up a plan. We checked how many hot air balloons could fit into the venue and where the other activities can take place. And although there won't be any runway, I had the ambitious idea of bringing in an aerobatic show. As for the aquatic center, I imagine FPV drones racing above the water. Another crazy thought, but I believe we can pull it off. On top of that, my longtime balloonist friends, Wolf and Suzanne, who first started dating during the balloon fiesta here in the Philippines, plan to make it official by getting married here. So, I had an air show to mount, pilots to organize, and a wedding to plan. After careful assessment, we forged ahead with a partnership that will bring about a new iteration of the Hot Air Balloon Festival. An agreement was made between the Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta and BCDA, led by President and CEO Jake Bingeing, with the invaluable support of Tarlac Provincial Governor Susan Yap. The symbol of Clark then was the US bases. But after that, I think when you mention Clark, everyone around the world think of the balloon fiesta. We have been doing this for the last 25 years. But as you can see, all of us still look young. And I remember when I entered Philippine Airlines, one pilot came to me. He said, "Captain Joy, I started my flying because I went to the balloon fiesta. It was the balloon fiesta that encouraged me to become a pilot." So when I hear this, we think and feel that we have succeeded with our advocacy of generating interest for the younger generation to take up a career in flying. However, we stopped during the pandemic. So from that time on, we never had any other balloon fiesta.
You know, Hot Air Balloon Festival has always been one of the trademarks or appeal or charm of Clark that put us in the world map. When you said all those festivals happening worldwide in different countries and then sinabi mo, New Clark City, wow, taligan na natin ang buong mundo. So for all of you who are here, week 9 pa lang, welcome na namin kayo. At kami sa BCDA, to make sure the infrastructure is ready. No? We will have all the amenities prepared to make sure na convenient and magiging amazing yung experience ng lahat ng pupunta sa event na ito. So maraming salamat po.
The ballooning activity in February comes back with a vengeance.
Yes.
It's new home in New Clark City. You know, nobody comes to stay in Tarlac. It's just a pit stop going north or coming back from north going to Manila. But this time, there's a reason for people to come and stay. Maraming salamat, Captain Joy Roa.
With the plans laid out, and after months of preparation, the pilots soon arrived. Together, we headed off to the new balloon Fiesta site. I took the time to introduce everyone, with pilots who have been coming to the Fiesta since the beginning and others who were flying here for the first time.
They set up the first Fiesta and I've been coming ever since, and it's always serviced with a smile and a cold beer afterwards. Great stuff.
I think the most important thing is the pride and the compassion and the love that the people of Philippines present to the guests that come to visit. I mean, your hospitality is second to none in the world. Sorry, also the food is very good, and especially the mangoes.
It's Cheryl's first time to come over.
Because there's no perspective like the world from a hot air balloon. You can't get that with any other aircraft, not our fixed wing, not a helicopter. It's peaceful, it's beautiful. I've heard this is a beautiful land, and I'm very excited to see it from the air.
Of course, there's also Wolf and Suzanne, who have been coming to the Fiesta for years, and whose big day is tomorrow.
This year, they will both get married inside a balloon in the Philippines.
After welcoming everyone, the pilots and participants went off to prepare their equipment. We also did some test flights and rehearsals around the stadium to let everyone become more familiar with the new launch area. That evening, Governor Susan and the Tarlac provincial government hosted a spectacular dinner and cultural presentation for all the visiting guests. We were off to an amazing start as we all looked forward to the first day of the very first Hot Air Balloon Fiesta in New Clark City. Up next, hot air balloons rise, drones race above water, and love fills the air as the 24th Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta comes back to the skies. Safety being our top priority, every day of the Fiesta began with a briefing, making sure that everyone gets up-to-date information on weather and activities. The balloons will launch from 3 areas, from inside the stadium and from the 2 open fields on either side. Meanwhile, the skydivers will be coming from the Angeles City Flying Club and dropped over the stadium for the flag jump. It was a logistically challenging exercise, and communication was key for the launch to be seamless. As the sun rose, the Philippine Marine Corps Marching Band assembled on the field for the Philippine National Anthem. And right on cue, the skydivers dropped from the sky with the Philippine flag, formally opening the festivities. As the balloons inflated, we were lucky to have the Bamban street dancers to add more color and vibrant energy as they perform cultural dances on the field. One of this year's special shapes is the Cartuja Monastery balloon, which we brought from Spain to its new home here. It is piloted by Dutch balloonist Fred Kool and his wife Carla. It is a replica of the Santa Maria de las Cuevas Church and Monastery in Seville, and the fitting backdrop to one of the Fiesta's main events, the wedding of my balloonist friends, Wolf and Suzanne.
Wolf, how are you feeling about not flying a balloon this year, but instead getting married?
It is a little bit another thing than the years before, but it's a special day today, and so I have not to fly. I stand on the bottom with her.
Susan is currently speechless, a little bit nervous. It is a very big commitment, but Wolf and Susan have been flying together for so many years that it just seemed right. And we're so glad that you decided to get married right here with us at the Fiesta. So here at the Fiesta, we bring the church to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all about to be witnesses to the union of Wolf Carac and Susan Belatak.
And now I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Their exchange of I-do's took place as the balloons rose up to the skies.
We're here in the stadium. It's the first time we're going to have the event here, so it's totally different from the previous one, which entails a little bit more of planning and studying how to position everybody to keep the activity safe and interesting for the viewers, of course. It's no longer in a runway where we have a straight line and the viewers are on one side.
The balloons flew from all sides as they took off from our 3 different launch areas in a coordinated fashion.
We have new special shaped balloons from all over the world, from Brazil to America to Europe. But what's fun is that it's so nice to have aviation enthusiasts coming over here and making new friends with everyone.
Making a comeback was Princess Nelly, the pink elephant. She is joined by Pops, Buster, Bella, and Bidoo. Hugo the tiger, Little D the Dracula, Sky Runner, Party Balloon, and 2 prehistoric creatures, Dino and Steggy. Cheryl Richard, a fixed-wing pilot, joins for the first time this year with her unique party balloon.
To me, there's nothing more joyful than someone handing you a bunch of balloons and inviting you to a party. I built this balloon out of my mind, out of an idea. Just had an idea and I contacted a company and I had the basket built so that it would carry wheelchairs because I want people with disabilities to be able to have the same experience that you and I get to have. So the magic of this balloon to me is to help teach kids, challenge yourself, challenge your dreams, fly high. So I was very excited when this festival contacted me and asked me to fly in the Philippines. I had never been here, and it was a chance for me to get to explore this country, and what better way to do it than from the air. Oh my gosh, the people are exceptionally friendly and helpful, and everything has gone tremendously smoothly. It's nice to be in a culture of people that are very relaxed but get the job done.
Along with newcomers Teggy, flown by husband and wife team Ari and Christina, is Bidu, who also comes from Brazil, flown by Luis and his wife Paula.
My balloon, I did it by me. I manufacture balloons in Brazil. I have a company, the name Airfly. This shape is Bidu balloon, is a famous characters in Brazil. Yeah, very beautiful place to fly, the perfect landings, everything. The people very happy, very family. I feel so good here.
Aside from the hot air balloons, we also brought in some exciting new acts, like the jet-powered paramotors from the UK.
So we're from the UK, we're a collective of basically the UK's top pilots, and we've formed a jet paramotor display team. You might wonder where the jets came from. That's a story by a guy called Alan Hewitt who developed the technologies. He's instrumental in the film work. James Bond, Mission Impossible, Batman, I could go on. His latest concept is the jetpacks, which we have here beside us and what we've been flying at this event. These jetpacks have taken about 5 years to get to the point what you've witnessed as using them here. So the jet paramotors are very different to a normal paramotor. They're harder to launch, the powers on technical specs isn't as high, but once you're in the air, they're a lot cleaner to fly. We don't have the big cage behind us, which causes drag, so we're a lot freer in the air. We can fly much smaller wings because we don't have the drag, so we can go really, really fast on the jets, and we can do incredibly dynamic maneuvers as well. It's a bit like flying Concorde under nylon. It's just one of those amazing things.
I was so glad to see the remarkable engineering and aerial stunts by the Parahawks as they zoomed across the stadium. Despite not having a runway to work with, I also had the ambitious idea of bringing in an aerobatic plane, performing for the first time in Philippine skies, the Global Stars. Their Extra 300 aircraft seemed to come out of nowhere, surprising the audience in the stadium.
Sorry folks, climbing very high. It's doing a roll on the vertical, straight into a hammerhead, and vertically down, pulling back on the 45-degree down line. He's experiencing a force of 5 or 6 times the force of gravity right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's grunting.
The crowds were blown away in amazement as the aircraft left smoke trails across the blue sky. Doing some incredible aerobatic maneuvers, pilots Mark Jeffries and Chris Burkett took turns flying the Extra 300, doing 2 sorties during the day. But wait until you see them across the sky in twilight. Up next, more Fiesta fun as Philippine Aviation's most exciting weekend returns. The 24th PIHAB was back with a vengeance, and the new Clark City Sports Hub gave everyone front seats to this spectacular event. We've also been having successful balloon flights each morning. Because of the nature of the venue, we got some box wind conditions, allowing some of the balloons to land back from where they took off, giving the audience such a great show. The stadium also became a playground for all other aviation disciplines. Remote control aircraft flyers from Tarlac enthusiastically took part. We also had paramotor pilots coming all the way from the Cagayan Valley.
My name is Kelvin Liang na tribal pilot ng Mountain Province. So noon, dati po akong nag-attend ng Balloon Festival, tapos tiga-ayos lang po ako ng mga wings ng mga pilot. So na-inspire po akong maglipad, mag-train para maging piloto rin, para makalipad din po, para sumabay sa kanila.
I hope the Balloon Fiesta events continue to inspire new generations of aviators from all parts of the country. Overhead, there was also a showcase of the newest military aircraft, like the Philippine Air Force FA-50s, the Augusto 159 Wildcat of the Philippine Navy, and the Philippine Coast Guard's Airbus 145, which did some rescue demonstrations. Having no runway did not prevent our ultralight pilots from taking part in the action, having a grand time doing formation flying over the stadium. Meanwhile, the two Augusta helicopters taking off from the field, Ralph Mitchell and the Jump Dogs continued to share tandem jumping to everyone, including Governor Susan Yap herself. All I can say is that she is one tough governor and an even braver lady to be jumping out of a perfectly running aircraft. Back on the ground, there was also so much activity going on. From the wide variety of booth displays and fun experiences for friends and families. The good wind conditions also allowed for plenty of kite flying for kids and kids at heart. For ticket holders, the NCC's air-conditioned floors offered a respite, as well as all-day meals and refreshments. Some have also access to seminars given by aviation professionals, answering questions and encouraging young people to consider a career in the industry. Meanwhile, the food and beverage choices were endless. Our traditional fly market also had a lot to offer visitors who want to take home some souvenirs from the event. After the morning balloon launch, I took the pilots for a quick field trip nearby. Historically, Tarlac has long been an agricultural area and home to vast plantations. I took them for lunch to Hacienda Luisita, 6,000-hectare property that began as a tabacalera and later a sugar plantation and mill which supplied 20% of America's sugar until the 1940s. Today, it has been converted to commercial, industrial, and residential spaces. It was a good way to get together and give our foreign guests some insights into our history and culture. Back in the site, more high-speed action as car drifters took over some side roads of the venue. This exciting motorsport combines driving skill, knowledge of physics, and a lot of courage. Another emerging aviation sport that requires a specialized skill set is drone racing. This year, we were able to mount an FAI-sanctioned international drone race competition. We had young participants from Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, and the Philippines. And the most exciting part is, we got to do it at the aquatic stadium. So they were challenged to fly over the Olympic-sized swimming pool just as we envisioned. Throughout the day, the stage was home to different musical performers showcasing the best of local talent. As the days drew to a close, the evening flying activities took place, signaled by the re-emergence of the Global Stars aerobatic aircraft. This time, instead of just smoke trails, the Extra 300 had sparks of pyrotechnics coming out from their wings. An incredible sight against the twilight sky. Meanwhile, the balloons start assembling on the stadium and the adjacent fields for the night glow. As the band raised the energy and the hot air balloons lit up to the beat of the music, 100 illuminated drones rose up and surprised the crowd for a synchronized show. This was followed by a magnificent fireworks display as each Fiesta evening culminated in an experience that was nothing short of magical. After an action-packed weekend, everyone deserved to slow down and relax. So I thought, I'll bring our pilots and guests to the tranquil shores of El Nido. We got to explore some secret lagoons and enjoyed secluded beaches. I was happy to give them another great memory of the Philippines, aside from the many beautiful ones we made during the Fiesta. Holding the balloon fiesta in a sports stadium seemed unthinkable, until we have proven it was possible. I am glad all our planning and crazy ideas paid off in the end, because after a long pause, it was great to bring back another amazing airshow experience.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next Asian Air Safari!